What's good? It's your boy Jay, that's me. Let's discuss the Raw After Mania from April the 8th, 2024. Not a good show. Rock and Cody did well. I don't really too much care about the NXT call-ups because you just called people up not too long ago and you're not using them. So why are you plucking Ilya Dragunov and Roxanne Perez from NXT? Why? It makes no sense. Use the people that you have. Seriously. Makes zero sense. The Rock and Cody had a long promo. Triple H came out. He praised Cody up and down. Cody came out. Triple H showed Cody Rhodes a nice video package, which was great. Felt like he was going to retire. Cody then put over Roman Reigns as champion and everything else. The crowd cheered and all that jazz. Cody basically fights for his daughter. That's why he's champion. The Rock comes out. Basically said that he respects Cody. He wants Cody to know that his story with Roman Reigns is finally over. But now a new story begins with The Rock. So the fans, they chant Rocky sucks. They say, fuck you, Rocky. And they say shut the fuck up to Rock as well. They say Rocky sucks. They call Rock an asshole. And then basically, The Rock said that he respects Cody Rhodes' pops. And then The Rock wanted to hold Cody Rhodes' championship. Cody Rhodes obliges. The Rock holds Cody Rhodes' title. And The Rock hands something to Cody, puts it in his hand, and he says he knows what it is. So that was that. I'm just like, man, this shit went on for 45 minutes. This could have easily lasted no more than 20 minutes. They could have literally done all this shit in 20 minutes. Literally. It made zero sense. I get The Rock's going to film some movies and do some other stuff. That's fine. So we might not see Rock back until maybe SummerSlam. If not after SummerSlam, definitely maybe around Crown Jewel or something like that or whatever. Because they usually go to Saudi twice a year. They're going... I believe it's next month. They're going to Saudi next month, I believe. No, they're not going to Saudi next month. They're actually going to Saudi this month. And then they'll go again in, I think, in November. So, that's fine. But then again, this shit took way too long. I get it. Rock's going to go away for a while. It is what it is. Okay, cool. But this literally could have been cut down to 20 minutes. All this stuff could have happened in 20 minutes. There is no need to do a 45-minute segment involving The Rock and Cody Rhodes. There's just no need. So we will revisit Rock and Cody at some point in the future. Now, I know people were upset about this. It's like, guys, Cody's going to be on SmackDown. Calm down. He's going to be going to SmackDown permanently. So it is what it is. So, this leads us into the first match of the night, which was Shinsuke Nakamura being defeated by Ilya Dragunov, making his Monday Night Raw debut. Dragunov wins via the Torpedo Moscow. So, this is fine. I feel bad for Nakamura. At this point, when the draft comes, he needs to be drafted to NXT and basically stay in NXT. At least Shawn Michaels can think of something for him to do down there. But Nakamura is basically all but done. Nakamura is basically winding down on his career. I don't think the WWE will release him at all. I just don't think that. If that does happen by chance, I could see him either going back to either New Japan or AEW or even maybe even TNA. I think that'd be kind of cool to have Nakamura in TNA for a little bit. Moving on. So, the Judgment Day, they come out next. And so, They put over Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley winning their respective titles. So basically, Rhea Ripley, she puts over Damian Priest. Damian Priest comes out. He calls them the Terror Twins. He said they always rise to the occasion. The world needs to follow suit and rise for the Judgment Day. R-Truth comes out. Basically, this leads into a 6-man tag. And at first, it's a 2-on-3 handicap match. And then John Cena comes out later on in the match. And then Awesome Truth and John Cena, they put away the Judgment Day via the Attitude Adjustment. And then all three of them pin all three guys at the same time. So it's fine. Who gives a shit? Not really all that important. I'm glad that John Cena showed up. That was pretty cool. So this is fine. And I guess it still is going to cause some strife between Damian Priest and Finn Balor. I do expect for Finn Balor to at some point in time turn on Damian Priest. Damian Priest is going to be a transitional champion. He's just going to be. I don't see him having no more than about a 2 to 3 month run. So he's either going to lose it, I would say, either by Money in the Bank or way before SummerSlam. Because SummerSlam's in early August. So I see Damian Priest losing by no later than Money in the Bank. I think he'll be fine by Backlash. He'll definitely defeat Jey Uso. Spoiler alert, Jey Uso won the main event. So that's fine. But who gives really a shit, if we're being honest? Moving on. So, Rhea Ripley, she's backstage with Dominic. She's basically telling Dom to go handle his business with Andrade. So then out of nowhere, Liv Morgan throws a damn chair like a fucking dart. And she takes out Rhea Ripley. She has a little fight scene with Rhea. And then they're separated. So this is probably going to lead to Rhea and Liv Morgan at Backlash, which is fine. We kind of already knew that was going to be Rhea's next feud anyway. So this is fine. Moving on. So Roxanne Perez, she comes out and she defeats Indy Hartwell. She's making her Monday Night Raw debut. Again, this doesn't make any sense. Why would you call up Roxanne Perez and Ilya Dragunov? It doesn't make any sense. Use the people that you already have on the main roster, like the Creed brothers, like Braun Breaker, like Tiffany Stratton, like Carmella Hayes in due time, like Cameron Grimes, who's been there for months on end, not doing jack shit, just in catering. And we saw him on Friday Night SmackDown on the Go Home show to WrestleMania. So we saw him then on WrestleMania SmackDown. We haven't seen him before that. We haven't seen him in months, probably 3 or 4 months, just sitting in fucking catering, doing jack shit. Again, why call these people up if you don't have fucking plans for them long term? Then just keep them in NXT until you can find them something to do. This shit pisses me off so fucking much. I can't stand it. It's annoying. Also, the draft is going to happen on April 26th and April 29th. So we're going to have a draft. Okay, cool. That's fine. Moving on. So Jey Uso, he greets Sami Zayn backstage. Sami Zayn congrats Jey on his big win at WrestleMania, and then they dap up. Okay, cool. So Sami Zayn comes out. He puts over Gunther, and him being champion for 666 days. Okay, the Mark of the Beast. Okay. So Sami Zayn says they helped him win the title. that being the fans and Kevin Owens firing up. He was also about to say Chad Gable, but that didn't happen. He said seeing his wife and son at the curtain before he walked out helped him out, and seeing his brother Kevin Owens firing up in the at the curtain helped him out as well. There was this one other guy who helped him out. He was about to say Chad Gable, but Imperium comes out, Giovanni Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser. So Kaiser says that for the past 2 years, the ring general has put his heart and dedication into making the Intercontinental Championship the most prestigious championship in all of WWE. It breaks Kaiser's heart to see somebody like Sami Zayn holding that championship. Sami Zayn looks like all the peasants in Philadelphia. He basically called him a vagabond or a homeless bum, to put it nicely. And then Kaiser sarcastically congratulates the WWE Universe on having an Intercontinental champion who looks like a bum. And then Kaiser and Vinci, they surround the ring. Chad Gable comes out and makes the save. This sets up a tag match, Sami Zayn and Chad Gable versus Imperium, with Chad Gable getting the win via the Chaos Theory. Okay, cool. This is fine, but Chad Gable should have immediately turned heel, but there's nothing we can do about it. I kind of wish that Chad Gable was in this spot and not Sami Zayn, but I get where they're going with this. So that's fine. Moving on. Jey Uso, he's backstage. He says WrestleMania was personal, but they came out on top. Tonight, it's all about him, and if you want to see him compete for the World Heavyweight Championship, give him a yeet, and then the crowd yeets. Okay, cool. Moving on from that. So, Nick Aldis, Ava Raine, and Adam Pearce, they're backstage talking to Andrade. Andrade shakes hands and walks off. Chelsea Green comes in. Adam Pearce asks if anyone wants to make a trade. Chelsea Green is furious that she wasn't on the biggest WrestleMania of all time. Adam Pearce says he has a wrestling match for her. Green wants someone worthy of the spotlight. Adam Pearce says her moment awaits. And then Chelsea Green is positively giddy, and then she walks off, and then all the general managers laugh. So this leads us into Chelsea Green being defeated by Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill just did a simple big boot into the Jaded for the 1-2-3. Okay, cool. That's fine. That's fine. Who gives a damn? Moving on. So Chad Gable, he is backstage with Alpha Academy for whatever reason. So Sami Zayn asks if they can have a moment. The Alpha Academy, they dip out. Sami Zayn says they should be square after giving him the match tonight. Sami Zayn had it won, and it gave it to him on a silver platter. Chad Gable looks confused. Sami Zayn says that he's kidding. Sami Zayn knows what Gable means when he says he owes him. Sami Zayn holds the Intercontinental Championship up and says that he'll put the title on the line against Chad Gable next week in Sami Zayn's hometown of Montreal. And then they both shake hands, and then Chad Gable says that he can't wait. So this is fine, I guess. They'll probably turn Chad Gable heel after this for sure. It makes sense. But again, if you would have stuck with the original plans and the original story, Chad Gable should have been the one to dethrone Gunther. So that way Gunther could be built up to be in the main event scene with like CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, and other people. I don't know why Triple H deviated from that, but it is what it is. Moving on. So, Drew McIntyre, he came out because the Fatal 4-Way was the main event. So, he basically said that it was complete bullshit that he was champion for 5 minutes and 46 seconds. And then he made fun of the fans and said that that's how long... it's 5 minutes longer than most of them last in bed. So he basically puts over Seth Rollins. He puts over their match and how he respect Rollins and how he went out on his shield. He said they shared a moment that only warriors know. And then he makes fun of Damian Priest, calls him Bondage Undertaker. McIntyre said that Money in the Bank briefcase is a joke. It cost him the world title twice. It cheapens everything that Rollins did, as well as McIntyre. Damian Priest is a transitional champion, which is correct. But that belt's coming home to him. And then he called CM Punk a prick, made fun of CM Punk. And then McIntyre said he'll come after him and his body. His entire body is the weakest part. That was funny. So then Jey Uso comes out. Jey Uso comes out. And then McIntyre, he grabs a steel chair and he throws it at ringside. Okay. So main event, Fatal 4-Way, number one contender to the World Heavyweight Championship. Drew McIntyre, Jey Uso, Ricochet, Bronson Reed. Jey Uso gets the win. CM Punk cost Drew McIntyre the win. So CM Punk is holding the ankle of Drew McIntyre. This allows for Jey Uso to hit the super kick into a spear and the Uso splash for the 1-2-3. And then post-match, Drew is pissed off. So that was it. I forgot to mention that Sheamus will be coming back soon. That's great. So we got a really good little vignette hyping him up. So that's great. So maybe they're setting up Sami Zayn and Sheamus. Or it could be Sheamus and Chad Gable. Either or is fine with me. Sheamus has won every single championship except for the Intercontinental Championship, which would tell a great story if he wins, which he probably will. McIntyre being screwed over, I think that's fine. I think he'll probably still resign. I just don't think that he's going to go to AEW or TNA. I think he will strike a deal with WWE and in his career there. I do think that McIntyre will be champion heading into SummerSlam. I just see that. I just see Damian Priest being a transitional champion. That's just what Damian Priest is. I mean, it's fine. I've been a fan for Damian Priest for quite some time, even when he was in Ring of Honor and in NXT. So Damian Priest has always done, good shit. It's just, he's just doing this stupid Judgment Day shit, which needs to be put down. But I don't know. I do think that Drew McIntyre will resign. I do. Him feuding with CM Punk and stuff, that's a sign, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But the Raw after Mania, not my cup of tea. Wasn't that good. Cody and The Rock, they killed it. I'm tired of these NXT call-ups if you don't have plans for the people that you've already called up. There's no point bringing up Roxanne Perez and Ilya Dragunov. There's just no point bringing them up. There's not. And I know they're going to bring more people up come SmackDown on Friday. So, yeah, we know that. That's a given. They need to actually draft people to NXT if they're going to make it a legit third brand. Just draft people to NXT that you aren't using and put those guys in NXT. So, like Nakamura, the Creed brothers, Cameron Grimes, Karrion Kross, AOP. That's just what I would do. But all in all, Raw after Mania was not that good. But what did you guys think? Like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.